Oh, I'm not in the shot. Oops. Oh, did you my knee?
You have that knee problem? You wanna hear mine? Oh shit.
Don't kill yourself over there.
No, it's not working now, but I have that same knee problem because I had a car. You are recording this?
I think so. We are so just goofing off right now. There's no script at all. Anyway, we were talking about knee problems. I had ACL surgery, and he had his complete knee and leg, right? Was like shattered. So yeah, my little surgery doesn't compare to his.
How
Because
long it take for you to search for that?
6 months.
Oh, I mean, doctor start to open your leg and it take
Oh.
6 months to. No.
No, it took. I don't know. I was asleep. I counted. She said count backwards from 100. I made it to like maybe 80. Then I woke up
80 minutes?
80 seconds. She was like, she put the IV in my arm and said count backwards from 100.
Uh-huh.
And I remember counting. I remember looking at the ceiling, and then I woke up and my knee was finished. So I have no idea.
You have no idea how long it take.
I was literally knocked out
My
the whole time.
leg take about 6 hours, over 6 hours too,
Yikes.
because it's not just your bone wasn't just break. It was like as you said, it was shattered, like it's crushed. So it took for a
Ugh.
long time.
Hate hearing about things when he's hurt or when any loved ones of mine are hurt. I don't like to think about it. So, I wanted to retract really quick, and then okay, I'm trying to watch this and not the screen. Sorry. So I wanted to retract a bit. We were talking about religion, right, and faith, and I just would like to say,
We did.
I would just like to say for what's going on with my hair right now? Okay. Christians who are watching, um, I am not saying that you should put down your faith or create a new faith that has all the other faiths wrapped into one. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that you should be strong enough in your faith and you should have a personal relationship with Christ that is so solid that you are allowed to interact with other people without being offended and without offending them. When you truly have a relationship with Jesus Christ, you're able to be Christ. And Christ was able to interact with, let's think about the Bible, prostitutes, Sadducees, Pharisees, Romans, everybody. And so we should be that in the earth. We have to become all things to all people, not just all other Christians. So that was my point. Was that
Did you just say the saddest?
I don't think you can say that on YouTube. If you have kids, put them away because there's no telling what's gonna come out in this clip today. Speaking of kids, oh my gosh. Oh, before we talk about kids,
uh,
so I mentioned how much I like secretly love his hair, and maybe one day I'll just cut it off myself and take it home. Just kidding. Tell people why you have such long, beautiful hair. Aside from the fact that he's
you
Asian.
said, I mean, I'm so embarrassed that you said it's not long, beautiful hair. I just have long hair. It's just, when you're growing your hair, I mean, it's like your hair is growing.
Mm.
So I've done this before. When I over the 35 years or something, over the 30 years old is which is 10 years ago before, more than 10 years ago. You can,
He looks great for his age, by the way.
uh,
He's a hottie. Even soon as my friends came, they're like, "Oh, he's hot." I was like, "I know. He looks great for his age." Go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
because myself is I say this all the time. People said, "Oh, you look young. You don't look like 42
Oh
years
my
old."
gosh.
I always said like, "Yeah, maybe I look young than my age, but myself is 42. It's recorded here."
Oh
Anyway,
my gosh.
my hair, yes, simply I donate for
Awesome.
kid who has cancer. So if your hair is longer than, I don't know about inches, I have to calculate with inches, but centimeters, at least it has to be 25 centimeter. And never, you can't dye your hair. Never been perm, perm,
Perm.
perm
Mm.
your hair. It has to be just natural hair that you can donate. It's like you can just give your hair,
Mm.
and they're gonna make a wig out of it. So
Mm.
they give kids who
Mm.
have like cancer.
That's great. That's
It's
really
it's a it's
awesome.
not awesome thing. Like a lot of people is doing this kind of thing. I'm just I'm not a rich person, so I just do what I can do.
High five.
But but this sounds like I mean I don't want. I'm afraid that this sounds like oh he's great or something like that. No no no. It's just like
Americans, we know that that's why he's great. It's because he's not tooting his own horn or trying to sound great. He's just like, I'm an everyday guy. This is what I feel like I should do, and I'm doing it, and that's what makes you great. So it's not about
tuning horn. You like a horn. You
no
make it sharper.
toot
Tuning.
toot 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 toot
Ah,
tooting my own horn like beep beep. Look at me like drawing attention
that
to
is
yourself.
one expression in English.
Yes, tooting your
So
own
it
horn.
means something.
It means drawing attention to yourself. Like like when you're driving and you go beep and everybody looks like who just honked, right?
Ah,
So we say, oh, you're tooting your own horn, meaning you're making everyone look at you. But that's not why you do the things that you do. You do them because,
I don't want attention.
right,
I
you
don't,
don't want the
I
attention.
just, I want to say people, I mean, not people, just when I'm walking the street or something, usually I just said, leave me alone.
Well, thanks for not saying that to me because you could have just been like, go back to America, which I've had those. I've had those go back to America.
Who said that? Or they go,
Koreans have been on my. Well, it was two. It wasn't a lot of them, but
tell
they've been.
them, buy me a fucking ticket. Oh, excuse me, buy me,
Put your kids away right now. Put them away.
if you want me go, buy me ticket. Then I'll go. That's none of their business.
This is true. But people are people. Whatever. It's YouTube. You can say what you want because I'm gonna say what I want. By the way, I would like to say. Wait. Oh, this is. These are my new earrings. It's Audrey Hepburn. For those of you who know me personally, I'm in love with her, and I'm really, really excited that I have these on. Okay, so
This is my Spyderco police. I really in love with. Oh, I'm knife dealer.
oh, he is a knife dealer, so there are a lot of really cool knives, and I'm gonna get a sword. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get a sword. Okay, so now we have 4 minutes left. All right, so in 2 minutes, because we might just have to make another part to this. Okay, in 2 minutes, do you mind me telling them
Okay.
about you and your daughter?
Why not?
Okay, so he's a single dad, which again, that's another 10 points in the sky for him. So he's a
Yeah,
single dad.
10 points that I ruined my marriage life. I'm being single father. That's 10
No,
points.
It's okay, America. I'm gonna work on it for you. I'm here. We're gonna get his self-esteem in the sky. Anyway, so in America we do this when people cough. Let me see.
This looks that you're American have a really stupid way to do this.
No, this is what you do to kids when they're
In
coughing.
Korea, when somebody's coughing, just give a glass of hot water. That's what
But if you
do.
don't have hot water, you just grab the arm and.
Maybe
Don't
there
think
is
about
some
it too hard.
reason.
I think it opens the lungs or something. I'm reaching here, but anyway, so he does a phenomenal job with his daughter. So what? What are you doing?
Open lung. I'm sorry.
So recently, I was that recent the clip you sent me with the baby on the subway. Was that recent? That happened soon, or was that like an old video?
Subway?
The baby who fell in the subway.
Oh yeah, that was I think a couple of years ago.
Okay, so it's old. But since I've been here, I've seen a lot of kids just wandering around by themselves, or their parents are like super far away from them. And it really, really concerns me because I'm like, why are these kids out at 10 a.m. on their cell phones, like taking themselves back and forth to school? And I just see there are a lot of differences
How,
in the discipline.
how old were they? How old were they look like?
They looked like they were like 10. They were like little kids.
At 10 a.m. 10 p.m.
Yes,
outside?
just walking around on their cell phones, telling their mom they're on their way home or whatever. It's crazy. I get out late, and then my kids walk themselves home, and we get out at like 8. Well, we're done at 7. By the time they finish, it's like 8.
That's really strange. I never let my daughter get
But
late.
you're really Western though. Ooh.
Oh.
You're really Western though,
No,
and
no, I'm not Western. I mean, what I
no,
mean is
you're
like,
not Western, but how you raised Dak Young is Western. Like you're very involved. Like the Korean parents that I know, like drop their kids off at school and they pick them up and that's it. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not like involved in their child growing up. It's very like let school do it. But you're the parent, so tell the people what you think.
not really. I mean, some Korean parents are too involved, too, because even they give direction to their children, like, oh, when you grow up, you're gonna be doctor. When you grow up, you're gonna be lawyer. Okay, you need to learn this. You need to learn that. I know there is certain kind of love, but I don't know that is you are making your kid as a machine.
Mm,
So if you give all direction to your children, your son and daughters, do they think they're gonna live forever? Eventually, they're gonna die sooner than their children. When they, I almost said French. If they die,
yes.
what are their kids gonna do?
Mm.
You have to buy a fishing pole, not a catch a fishing fish for them.
Fishing pole, yes.
It's so easy to you have experience. We are adult, we catch a fish and we cook and we can put in your children's mouth. That is really easy, but you have to eventually teach your kid how to fishing. And if there is no fishing pole, teach them how to make a fishing pole. That has to be. I mean, parents is not like a ruling their life. We are guiders.
Mm.
I mean, sometimes yes, I'm not American. I'm not like a all the time loving. Yes, I yell at my daughters. I preach my daughters. Sometimes it's very rarely I using stick,
Mm.
but I hope I really hate to hit. I just hit one times, but hitting that's really pain. Not them, for parents to hitting their
Mm.
love daughter. For me, hitting my daughter is really painful, but sometimes it's necessary to do it.
Absolutely, I agree. I totally agree. So this started conversation about kids and the differences in the U.S. and Korea. Started because he showed me this clip of this baby who was maybe like two, three,
It's like 3 years old.
like three,
Yeah.
just boop off the subway platform, and someone else jumped in and saved them, which was really really awesome. But I was like, wait a minute, why were they away from their mother far enough
Yeah.
to jump over? And then we were talking earlier today about parents losing their kids and then having a problem with the little child leash thing.
Mm,
I don't know what the name
yeah,
is, but you
Korea.
guys know what it is, where the
Like,
kid is on like a rope attached to mom's back, so yeah, there's some differences, and again, even culturally, we yeah, we don't play that. You will get beat, you will behave, and you will be where you're supposed to be because we love you and because we want to take care of you and make sure that you have everything that you need. Whereas some other people, um, are kind of like, just don't cut your arm off. I'll be here when you get back. So slight differences, slight differences. So would you let your daughter walk home or anywhere by herself?
it depends. Time. It depends. Distance.
Which she's 11 now, by the way. 10. 10.
Time to time, I allow to her go to downtown with her friends because reason I can do that is my cell phone and her cell phone is connected. I said